It's me again, and in today's vlog, I kind of want to just talk about labels again. So I get caught up on labels a lot, and I think the reason for this is, like many of you, I spent much time looking for what's the proper label, what's my path, how do I identify myself, and the more I think about it, the older I get, it doesn't matter. The only time it really matters what your label is, or what one you decide to use on that particular day, is when you want to find other individuals to connect with. So if you're brand new, maybe you are looking to connect. But if you don't want other people to tell you exactly how to practice, which you probably don't, then the label's irrelevant. If you're not trying to announce to the world what you are for the sake of conversation, the label's irrelevant. If you're trying to get a rise out of people, then maybe you're picking labels and I guess do it based upon the reaction you're getting. There are people like that. They want everyone to know just to make a big deal out of it. And I don't think that adds any value to the community, to yourself, or to the world. This is very personal opinion going on here, but I really genuinely think that labels are pointless. Now, a while back, I did a video on doesn't matter what you call yourself because we're all the same. You know, it's like a tree is a tree. In the video, I was talking about this. I was like, hey, here's a tree. It's a silver maple specifically that was in my backyard that I was talking about, still there. And I was like, no matter what you call this, whatever term you use and whatever language doesn't change what the tree is. You are you. Doesn't matter what label you use, you're still going to be you. So when you do choose labels, most of the time it's not a label that you earned. It's not like you got a doctorate degree or something like that. It's not something that you went through training to achieve, unless you're part of an organization of some form, which we'll get to that in a second. It's just something you're choosing to call yourself. You know, I'm a gamer. Why? Because I like to play games. Okay. I mean, it's very similar when you talk about using a term. Now, if you use a term like pagan, you're a neo-pagan, first of all, that's fine. That's general. That's generic. Use a term like magician. General and generic. But once you start getting into actual specifics and stuff, especially if you've just started your journey, why would it really matter if you specifically say, oh, I'm a witch, I'm a druid, I'm a shaman, I'm a whatever. If you're looking for these specific terms for these specific paths and you just started in them, maybe you change your mind and move away later. So it's like the label it's like a sticky note that you can pull off, and it like doesn't add much to anything, again, unless you're conversing or discussing with others. Now, if you're with a group, if you're actually with an organization of some form, now we're getting somewhere, because if you're with a group, it should be based around that group. If you join a coven of witches, call yourself a witch. Fine, because you're part of that coven. You went through their training. You worked with them. Cool stuff. If you join a grove and you're practicing druidry or druidism, yes, two different things there. Fine, call yourself a druid. Or if you were doing the ranking system, bard, ovate, or druid, maybe you have one of those titles in the meantime until you've earned the next degree. Fine, go for it. Again, it depends on what you're doing and what you're hoping to accomplish. And I'm not trying to tell you that you need to stop using a label if you're using one. That's not what my intent is here. My intent is to yet again vent about something that I've vented about before. And that's just, you are you, and the label doesn't change who you are. Your choices, your opinions, and your thoughts change who you are, and they should be continuously evolving over time. So if you're brand new, or maybe you've been practicing for a while and the label just never feels right, and you're looking for a label that does feel right, don't worry about the label. Don't worry about what you call yourself. Just be. Anyone who actually has been practicing for any length of time, regardless of what their practice is going to understand if you just are just you. They'll get what you're getting at. They're going to find out, like, for example, how do you meet other people? Because the average person on the street's probably not going to be some form of a neo-pagan anyway. So how do you meet other people that think like you do? Well, it's not like you walk down the street shouting to people you're neo-pagan. You do it online. You put it on your profile and stuff to attract attention. But if you're going to groups that are specific for that topic, they're going to know anyway. So you don't need that label. You just need to go where the people are and talk to those people. Yeah, that's just my 2 cents. And I'm kicking my camera because I'm repositioning, so that was fun. But thank you for watching. What are your thoughts on labels? You know, do you use a label? If you do, what labels do you use? And do you feel the necessity for labels? Or are you kind of in the same boat that I am, where it's just kind of, just be yourself. It doesn't really matter what you call yourself. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next one.